we work a lot with grassroots organizations, and those are the ones that we prioritize. We try to steer away from, say, like, when we say work with, it's mostly like, do we support or do we offer our services to them? Because like in most cases, there's not like a lot of, people will have an event, they need food cooked, but it's like when it comes to the other way, like where we would like services or goods that we receive, there's no one on campus that really can do that. Like I think we've tried with the greenhouse, like sometimes with microgreens, like I think it was last year that they would bring some on occasion, but that's not so much happening this year. I think that they've got their hands full with whatever projects that they're working on. We'll order some of our special, like tahini, or if we're in a pinch, we'll pick up like vanilla from the frigo-vert. But like generally, it's like we would just add those orders into our, the ones that we get en masse, because it's better. Like we can get a better price or whatever. Sort of ordering through one of these other groups, like one of these other companies, like Click or. But yeah, like we work in solidarity with a lot of different groups. P10 is an example of a group that we've worked with for a long time. They're a queer and trans youth group, kind of. I think they're in the village, and they come once a week on Thursdays to pick up 20 portions of food, which then they serve at their drop-in. And this is something we've been doing for a number of years. It totally fits the criteria for a small-scale grassroots social justice project that has no money. So most groups on campus that would ask for money, like say the CSU wants us to bring food to some kind of a conference or a thing, it's the kind of thing, they already have a big budget to do that kind of thing, and it's not that maybe we even like the topic, but we say, okay, do we want to provide food for 200 people on a Sunday that's not really targeting social or environmental justice? Maybe it's about popular education or something like this, sustainability, these kind of things that are, yes, they're good and they're happening, but they're not really linked to what we're holding on to or what we're really fighting for. In a sense, our regular food service, yeah, it's fighting student poverty, but it already is kind of pushed us to the center to a certain extent. A lot of these people that are getting food, a lot of them are in desperate need. Some of them are not in desperate need, but we don't do the triage there. So the partnership question is challenging because we want to branch out and help people in the community. Like say, like I know we've provided some support to solidarity across borders, or I think in the past we've worked with No One Is Illegal or the CLAC. So it's like these kind of groups we want to support, and we like the work that they're doing, and we know that maybe they don't have the ability to cook food or provide food in certain contexts, so we want to support that work. But then there's other groups that even if we kind of were fond of them or we think, oh yeah, maybe they're doing good work, it just doesn't fit our mandate. So that, I guess the question is like, which groups do we form solidarity relationships with rather than partners in a sense, because there's no one that's providing services on the same scale in the same way that we are, like even groups that are doing similar or providing similar. So let's take something like the co-op, which is like new, so they're serving coffee and snacks and stuff like that. The model is slightly different, even though the mission may be the same. It's sort of like alternative food choices on campus, but we don't even know them. Like we don't talk with them, we don't trade services, we don't provide services, we don't cater events together, never. So partners is, I don't know if there's anything that would qualify as a partner for us, but we definitely work with groups consistently. Like HuPerg has a lot of different groups that are awesome. They'll make a request to us, we'll provide food for them. They have this Study in Action conference. We cook, I think since I've started here, they've cooked food every single time for it. So the Midnight Kitchen, we've done an annual education workshop we called Put Your Politics Where Your Mouth Is. This year we didn't end up doing it just because of constraints they have on time and issues they're having with admin, like sort of closing them down and giving them a hard time. But yeah, so we have, I guess, yeah, not partners, but definitely like groups that we work in solidarity with or support with our services.